Good evening, namaskar, adab. Race to 2019 folks has begun in full earnestness. Each day there is a new development which gets reported and we try and make sense for you as to how that development is going to impact the elections which are set to take place in less than 12 months from now. On a day when Prime Minister Modi unleashed a no-holds-barred attack in Uttar Pradesh against the Bua-Bhatija combination of Mayawati and Akhilesh Yadav, on a day when the Prime Minister went out of his way to explain to people as to why any party which is looking towards the Congress party is essentially an anti-India party. On a day when the BJP President Amit Shah was in West Bengal questioning Mamata Banerjee and giving that new mission of Mission 22 for the Bharatiya Janata Party, we are trying to make some sense as to how this entire talk of alliances falling apart or new alliances shaping up, how is that really going to take place? How is that going to evolve? On one hand, you have Nitish Kumar, who famously moved away from a so-called secular alliance towards Narendra Modi, only to realize that he's, well, not too happy and now wants to go back to Lalu Yadav. So he's forever dialing Lalu Yadav, but Lalu has kept him holding on. And the list of such examples, frankly, is endless. Whether you look at Chandrababu Naidu, who till a few months back was best friends with Narendra Modi, now is accusing Narendra Modi of being big backstabber and not helping him. Whether it's Kashmir, where two parties like the PDP and the BJP were together, the Shiv Sena, which was together with the Bharatiya Janata Party, forever keeps spewing venom against the BJP now, but still remains in power with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Question is, all these parties which came to power and enjoyed the benefits of being in association with each other, with the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2014 or in subsequent assembly elections, what exactly is the strategy which is being worked out by all these alliance partners of the Bharatiya Janata Party as you move towards 2019? Are they really tempted to look for an alliance with the Congress party? What could Naveen Patnaik do? Why does he say that he wants a conversation, he wants a discussion on simultaneous polls, only the next day to once again retreat in his shell and say that actually I want to be equidistant? Question is that all these people are only busy trying to work out the best possible and perhaps the most politically convenient political narrative for themselves, something which will help them. It all begins, of course, with Bua-Bhatija, Mayawati and Akhilesh Yadav. On a day when there is so much of talk of alliances, what has also happened is that the government has given us a very, very clear indication of what it's really going to do to ensure that all these different parties coming together to form some kind of an alliance, how to take them on. There is a two-pronged approach which has been unleashed by the Bharatiya Janata Party. On one hand, there is surgical strikes, video of surgical strikes coming out, and the BJP going all guns blazing, accusing the Congress of being this anti-India party for not supporting the Jawans, for not supporting the BJP. And on the other now, just a short while back, report coming out from Switzerland authorities that there has been a 50% increase in the amount of money which is held by Indians in Swiss bank accounts. In 2 minutes time from now, we'd be raising this big question that if there was demonetization which took place in 2016 and if there was a surgical strike which was being carried out against corruption, then how is it that there has been a 50% increase in the amount of money which has been invested by Indian individuals in banks? Straight answer to alliances building up against the BJP versus BJP's crackdown against corruption on one side and internal security and national security on the other. How will these two narratives play out? That answer coming up in 2 minutes time from now. Welcome back, folks. Let's straight away go to that big story which was broken just a short while back. I don't know, frankly, how to look at this particular story, because truth is, there were certain commitments which were made by the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2016. Certain claims were made before the country in 2016 that there was now going to be a massive hit on the amount of black money which was being stashed by Indians either in India or in foreign accounts, and the methods in which this black money was generated. Now look at what's going on. Latest information coming up from Swiss authorities suggests that post 2016, post demonetization to be specific, in the last year and a half, there has been an increase of 50%. 50% increase in the amount of black money which is being stashed in those Swiss accounts being held by Indians. This is as per official annual data which is released today by the Swiss National Bank. This latest data from Zurich-based SNB comes months after a new framework was put in place for automatic exchange of information between Switzerland and India to help check the black money menace. So maybe we should be crediting the BJP for ensuring that there is transparent mechanism which exists for information sharing, and therefore the Swiss authorities are informing us. Or we should be wondering exactly where is all this money coming from? How is it that a trend in which the amount of black money, unaccounted money, being stashed in Switzerland, when it had come down, when the amount of money being stashed in those accounts had come down, suddenly what explains this increase? Let's straight away go to our man on the ground, Sanjay Suri, our editor for European Affairs. He's joining us live from London. Sanjay, how should we be looking at this? 50% increase, 7,000 crores of money being held by Indian nationals in these Swiss accounts. Is this declared money? Is this non-declared money? What do we make out of this?
Well, the first thing to read into this is that this is merely an indication of a trend. By no means are these figures, massive as they are, representative of the total amount of money that would have been moved out of India. We have another report, meanwhile, that has said that in 2017, about 7,000 Indian millionaires moved money out of India, representing about 2% of the millionaire population of India. And you can be sure that between these 7,000, the amount that they moved is more than 50% of the 1 billion or so that we are talking about as information from the Swiss authorities. There are many other jurisdictions that money managers play with, not least London. There are offshore entities all over the world, and people move money in and out of these accounts very quickly. So the figure and the situation really is a lot more alarming in scale.
But if
the Swiss information suggests, although that does indicate a trend.
The trend is what I'm looking at. I'm looking specifically at the time period, Sanjay. I'm looking at disclosures or information which has been shared by the Swiss authorities with Indians in the past, with Indian authorities in the past. So look at the figures in 2013, 14,000 crores in 2014, slightly downward trend, 12,000 odd crores. In 2015, it comes down below 9,000 crores. Then comes demonetization, 8th of November 2016. In 2016 is 4,500 crores. Now in 2017, post demonetization, it shoots up 7,000 crores. Should I be looking for some link? Demonetization in India, and suddenly this money which is being increased, being held by Indian nationals in Swiss banks.
It is quite likely that a government move, well intended as it is, could have counterproductive repercussions, because fear of a tax regime, fear of a crackdown, signs of such moves already, and prospects of more to follow would drive many people to try and stash their money abroad. So that is a route clearly that has not been blocked in any foolproof manner, and we have evidence of that now. But there is a clue here. It is very likely that the people who are moving that much money outside, a substantial number of them would be looking to move out themselves. And that money movement is related to visas, which can be bought. In the UK, for example, £2 million of investment, not expenditure, will buy you a visa straight away for 3 years and 4 months. 10 million would get you a settlement within 2 years. In the US also this is possible, and it is in fact cheaper than this. So it is possible simply to move out, buy visas, buy settlement, and it is very likely that a very substantial portion of this money moving out is attached to people themselves moving out.
All right, Sanjay Suri, thanks so much for joining us at the top of Viewpoint and giving us that clarification. Let's bring in our political guests on this day most dramatic, where on one hand you have had videos of surgical strikes against Pakistan dominating public discourse, heated exchange taking place between the BJP and the opposition parties, and then on the other, Look at what's coming out, this data. So government's commitment of surgical strike against black money. How is that playing out? Ajoy Bose, our in-house commentator, live with us. So is Narendra Taneja, spokesperson of the BJP, here with us in our studios. Ranjan Bhattacharya, well-known political analyst from West Bengal. Pranav Jha, spokesperson of the Congress Party. And Ghanshyam Tiwari, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Warm welcome to all of you. Just want to begin first with you, Narendra Taneja ji. What is your reading of this situation? 7,000 crores is a straightforward 50% increase in the amount of money which was being held by Indian nationals in these Swiss accounts in comparison to 2016. Is this good news? Is this because of pressure which is being put by the government that we're at least getting to know of this information, or does this trend worry you, sir?
Well, in a way, it's a result of the war that we have declared against black money. And not only at home, internationally, we are in touch with, authorities in countries like Switzerland, Austria, Singapore, Mauritius, of course, and quite a few places in the Caribbean and the Mediterranean and also Latin America. So, and we have also put in place, certain protocols in order to make sure when the people deposit their money, the information is shared with us. So, and Switzerland, as you can see, is very much at the forefront of all these activities as far as we are concerned. And therefore, if you look at the trend of last 3 years, in fact, last 3 years, if you go for the average, it has come down substantially from what it used to be, let's say 10 years ago in 2006, it used to be in the region of about 28,000 crores. And before that, it used to be in the region of about 10 billion. Some people said 15 billion US. So now, if you look at compare that with the last 3 years and take the average, it has come down dramatically. And this is all the result of the war that we have declared against black money,
let's
and
look at
the
numbers.
fact that we have compelled authorities in countries like Switzerland to cooperate.
So you're saying you've compelled authorities in Switzerland to cooperate. Now let me put out some numbers. In the money which was being held by Indian citizens in these Swiss accounts in 2013, it was 14,000 crore rupees. Now Ghanshyam Tiwari, in 2017, it has come down to 7,000 crores. In comparison to 2016, it's more, but in comparison to 2013, it's far lesser. Well, should I be crediting Narendra Taneja's party for this move?
Look at every year after that. 2014 there was a drop, 2015 there was a drop, 2016 there was a substantial drop.
Correct.
2017 comes 2017, this numbers has been published and it is a rise.
And what does that show you?
It means that whoever is the latest finance minister of India should resign.
Why? Why do you say that?
Create diabolical policies like demonetization. Nobody is accountable. You said on demonetization, you said the black money will be removed. Counterfeit currencies will be removed. Highest counterfeit currencies after demonetization has surfaced. Terrorism would be removed. That is not the case. Naxalism would be removed. Not the case. Not a single objective of demonetization is met. It is as if the small fish died as the pond.
No, but I must point out, I must give credit to Modi Sarkar for the fact that this move of at least us getting to know of this information has been possible largely because of commitments which have been extracted out of the Swiss authorities. We did not know all this information in this manner.
We knew a lot of this information.
No, we did not know all
globally,
yearly information was never available with Indian authorities.
Agreed. Globally, the banking standards are going towards greater transparency, and this information is published. The bigger thing is everything that the Modi Sarkar stood for. Prime Minister compared dollar versus rupee at one point with another Prime Minister's age. Today, what is the rupee price vis-a-vis dollar? The petrol prices. Everything that the Modi Sarkar stood for has turned out to be a farce, and they do not have an answer.
Taneja ji, really? I mean, is this a flawed argument being given by Ghanshyam Tiwari?
No. Ghanshyam Tiwari represents a small regional party. How can they have national perspective, let alone international? So he's basically putting politics, local politics into everything. Let's go by the facts. The facts are, internationally, since we came into power, we have been, collaborating with a number of authorities and, governments across the world. And many governments today are exchanging information with us. Some we share with the public, and most of the information we basically identify those individuals and go after them. Even this statistics which has come out, there are people who will be identified and will go after them. So they are not. There is no way they can escape now. You have also seen how
we just saw Nirav Modi using his passport and you not going after him.
You may dismiss Ghanshyam Tiwari as spokesperson of a regional party, but spokesperson of a national party which is, while struggling to remain national, is also not in agreement with you, Mr. Taneja.
No, I congratulate.
Well, the point is that
Taneja.
let's not. The point is, the question is to me. Can I answer it?
I just want Pranav Jha.
I thought it was.
No, I just want Pranav Jha to come in because Pranav Jha was outrightly
Sure.
ridiculing the assertion that you were making, Mr. Taneja.
No, I was laughing at what you call the confidence and the derision that you exhibited. I really wish that you continue with the arrogance that you hold, and it's not.
Why do you call it arrogance? I mean, maybe it's reality. Maybe it's reality because at least the Swiss authorities are giving us information.
Then he stating the fact is not arrogance.
Then he should have at least the humility of honoring the statement of a fellow spokesperson.
Okay.
The point that we are making that these arrangements
I'm
are
not
work in
dishonoring.
progress.
I'm just stating the fact.
Taneja Sahab, these arrangements are work in progress. We got into arrangement with countries, and Switzerland was one of the countries with which we signed bilateral agreement, and this was one of the clauses that we'll yearly exchange information. As far as I was laughing at the point when you said no, this is a new government and Modi government, and so I was laughing at the point that what happened to Panama paper? We have got the second lot of them. What have they done? Similarly, there have been so many revelations, and what is happening? Mr. Nirav Modi, the five famous M, including Mr. Narendra Modi, Mehul Choksi, all these guys, Malya.
Everyone is
happy. Five passports.
Ajay Bose.
They're just having the best time in the world.
And a bank in Ahmedabad where director was Mr. Amit Shah had a great time.
Ajay, there has been so much of talk on corruption crackdown. Yeah, one moment. Let me just bring in Ajay. I'll come to you. Yeah, Taneja, one moment. I just want Ajay Bose to come in here because we're trying to look at politically, Ajay. Less than 12 months to go for Lok Sabha elections. We're literally a few months, just a few weeks, perhaps before the assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh are announced. Do you believe specifically on the question of corruption crackdown, now that these figures are coming out and the BJP would like to take credit for it, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, I'm not sitting in judgment on this one, I want my viewers just to be aware of the facts. Do you believe, Ajay, that as far as this corruption crackdown is concerned, the BJP really is on an upswing? Can they claim
optics? Can
they claim moral high ground when it comes to corruption crackdown?
Bhupen, look at the situation on the ground. I mean, anybody knows. I mean, this is not some rocket science. Anybody will tell you that on the ground, corruption continues as usual, and there has been no change on the ground. Bribery continues, everything continues. So for the average person, for the common man, nothing has changed. Now we are looking at this Swiss bank situation. Now what we see now, and these facts and figures which you are mentioning are interesting because I think demonetization and the entire rationale behind demonetization were several. And one of the things was to reduce black money, although everybody felt that just sucking out cashes, the currency notes will not help much against black money, but still the government in its wisdom went ahead. Now that we have had some time after demonetization, what do we see, Bhupen? We see that the cash in circulation has actually increased, and now we have this startling situation that in Swiss banks also money has increased. So what we are looking at is not a question of exchange in information, because these are bilateral agreements signed over the years, and not any particular government can't take credit for that. The fact of the matter is that not only the average corrupt policeman or official remains corrupt, but even big time corruption continues at absolutely the same manner as it was.
Taneja ji, this must worry you.
Really has changed.
Taneja ji, Ajay Bose's argument is nothing really has changed. Nothing really has changed. Can I put some more figures for you? And I'm again quoting the statistics which have been...
Allow me to answer.
Yeah, Taneja, I'm just giving you some more figures because I want to be very specific with this story. Now the truth is that the Swiss authorities, the Swiss National Bank, has given actually a breakup of how this figure of 7,000 crores has been arrived at. Look at the amount of money which has been deposited through customer deposits. which means that money has directly been deposited as cash, 3,200 crores. Money which has moved from other banks to Swiss banks, therefore I'd like to assume that maybe it's accounted money, 1,050 crores, and as other liabilities such as stocks and securities is 2,640 crores. But I therefore want to focus on the sum of 3,200 crores which has been submitted according to Swiss national banks in the form of customer deposits. Does this money not worry you, Taneja ji, that 3,200 crores, maybe of Indian money, being stashed abroad in these Swiss banks?
Bhupen, even a single dollar of course worry. As I said, you see, this war against corruption is a work in progress. You can see in your own studio how these people are rattled because they are on the side of those who are corrupt.
They're all laughing.
They wanted the status quo,
They're all laughing.
we are trying to change.
They're laughing.
Let them laugh, we all know that. The bungalow party and all that, they will laugh. Let them laugh.
Okay. So who is your national treasurer? For the record, who is the latest finance minister? Who is the national treasurer? Who should resign when the dollar reaches 70? You would not have an answer. You can say opposition party as small regional party. You can say it as a bungalow party. Shame on you to use such a language on national TV. Speak on point. What we are, people of the country know, and in this country is made of a lot of small individuals. I take strong objection.
No, let's say Taneja ji.
He is used to going to those channels where he just goes and shouts.
Sir, you know me. I have a different style.
He will shout here also. And now that he is sitting in the studio, he won't let anybody talk. He only goes and shouts. I don't even watch those channels.
So let me come to. Good. I'm happy. Someone is watching substance. Good. Go ahead.
If you allow me to speak, I will speak.
Go right.
Now the question is, what? The question here is that we are, it's a work in progress. This war against corruption is a work in progress. I can understand when some people are rattled and why they're rattled. We know that. We know that's the reason. And as far as we have the figures, and our, concerned agency would also know the exact details. Who are these people? You have, and these people will be identified, and the action will be initiated against them. You see, we are very clear, and you have to, Bhupen, you have to appreciate one thing. You see, we are not saying corruption is like cancer in this country. You see, it's a cancer. It takes long time to get rid of it. Long time. But we have started. We are working 24/7. Corruption from high places is gone. Corruption from high places is gone. And now we are working. Now we are working. Now we are working to make sure that the culture of corruption is shocking.
3,200 crores. That's a lot of money, I would say.
And in cash. And what is more surprising?
I'd like to believe that it's unaccounted.
Hold on. What is more indicting is the fact that
people spend 100 crores on a bungalow in Lucknow.
Taneja sir, hold on. You are saying that the agency would know. So the charge is, what we are saying, this shoot-woot ki sarkar won't go after the real culprit. Who are these people? And why isn't the government going after them? Do they want to save them? Our agency, they have the political will to go after the political opponents.
But Acharya, the truth is also this. Just a few days back, we saw Vijay Mallya almost pleading. Vijay Mallya, who's supposed to be the biggest sort of fraud, who's run away out of India, was almost pleading for a compromise. No other way to look at it. Now comes these figures. Why should I not be looking for a trend, and why should I actually not be sitting on the side of Mr. Taneja's party today and saying that it's all due to pressure which is being applied by Narendra Modi, that all these figures are coming out. Vijay Mallya wants to broker a compromise, and Swiss authorities are telling us, look boss, this much money in cash. Now it's up to the BJP. What do you do? Whether you identify all these individuals and you crack down hard against them, that's the challenge perhaps for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But would you not agree with me that maybe this may work in favor of the BJP?
Well, to be very honest to you, if I restrict my discussion only to the figure which you have got from the Swiss bank, increase of 50% of the deposit in various forms from India alone and various ways and means. The issue is that on this issue, from the day demonetization was declared by the government of India and the Honorable Prime Minister of India, the only leader in the opposition bench, Mamata Banerjee, fought, gone to public domain, tried to create opinion against this action of the government, not for any individual score to settle, but for the fact that she wanted to bring into notice that if you do not place another set of rule when
but Mamata Banerjee's own leaders are also facing allegations.
Please allow me to say, it is a political issue. She took it up. She tried to organize the opposition leadership also on this issue to fight back. The reason was she was convinced that in this methodology of demonetization, you cannot stop the kind of corruption and financial jugglery is going on.
But the view was, the word on the ground was that Mamata Banerjee was upset because all her cash was being impacted.
Please allow me to say.
The crackdown was against those parties which are holding cash.
Please allow me to say. Now it is not the issue of Mamata Banerjee alone. It is the issue of all stakeholders of my country, all political parties, and at the end of the day, it is people's interest, it is people's concern.
I agree.
Therefore, what I strongly feel that the government should now think seriously, take all the stakeholders on board and try and find out ways to stop this kind of jugglery of finance.
Mr. Taneja.
Very quick one. Okay.
Mr.
Taneja, the common man will tell you that Aapki party 15 lakh rupees वापस लाने वाली थी काला धन. In 100 days you are supposed to bring back 15 lakh money and give 15 lakh rupees to every individual. Instead what you did was you took money from whatever the poor of this country had, allowed the banks to crash, allowed Nirav Modi to run away, and allowed the corrupt to stash more money in Swiss
I'm
bank.
wondering.
आपने काला धन और आगे भेज दिया
Is
लाने
that
की
the way to
जगह.
look at it? Taneja ji, is that the way to look at it? 3,200 crores cash in Swiss accounts.
No. You see, the point is that's as I said, the agencies are working on it. These people will be identified, and also their political connections if they have any. If some people are defending them targeting us, and we know why they are doing it. We know that. You see, the question is, look at the West Bengal economy. West Bengal, my friend from the TMC is talking about the
Indian economy.
All stakeholders. Look at the mess that West Bengal economy is today. West Bengal economy. I mean, it's the most mismanaged, economically the most mismanaged state in the country. Look at what is happening there. There is no law and order, there is no economic governance, there is no investment coming there.
But
people are fleeing West Bengal for other places to find jobs. It's a kind of, in the whole state, and they have nothing to show.
They have
absolutely nothing to show.
So
now the question is that put your own house in order.
BJP
People gave you the mandate. People gave you the mandate to modernize the economy of West Bengal.
BJP insists that they are on the high moral pedestal, and I'm looking at a lot of messages which are coming on Twitter. Everyone suggesting that, well, why should
all
you not
that
be
you are
crediting?
doing there are just killing BJP workers.
Why should you not be crediting Bharatiya Janata Party for ensuring that this information is coming out? Now, I'm only trying to get to the bottom of this, that should the BJP be credited for this? Because since 2013, the figures have come down by almost half. But since 2016, the figures have gone up. So how do I look at this? 2013 or 2016, Ajoy Bose?
No, but Bhupen, what has happened, I would like to know. Mr. Taneja talks about agencies taking action. You have already got names to the Panama Papers.
That's what I was saying. He
Actual
doesn't reply.
account holders. Why have they been revealed? We've been waiting for these account names to be revealed.
They're all
but nothing has happened.
Close and
everybody is demanding. So, how can we have any trust in this government that they are going to do a crackdown where you already have information, but you are not revealing their names?
Okay. Yeah, can I just say one
that
statement?
list of names are already there.
There is another.
Listen.
Yeah, okay,
I can't understand why they can't be revealed.
Okay, Taneja ji.
Allow me to answer this on Panama
What is the
Papers.
action? What is the action being contemplated in the context of all the revelations which have been made in the context of Panama Papers, sir?
You see, Panama paper, if you are referring to what happened in Pakistan, Army used that in order to throw Nawaz Sharif out. You see, now, listen, don't shout because you're sitting there. Don't take advantage of it. Allow me to answer your question only.
Go ahead.
Now the question, Panama Papers, majority of names are in the public domain. Names have been published in newspapers, world over. All those names are with the journalists across the world.
The newspapers have come out, not the government.
So, I mean,
the government should also take out a newspaper.
No, just a second.
What are you doing about it?
Let me answer. You see,
Yeah, go ahead, Taneja ji, please answer.
You're sitting in the studio.
No, he's not sitting in the studio.
Not letting anybody speak.
He's not sitting in the studio. He's sitting at his residence.
Wherever they are.
Yeah, tell me.
No, they have to.
So therefore you speak to me.
Now the point here is that those people whose name have come out, those names, government is going on with a thorough investigation, because there are lots of people who claim that because their names have been in Indian Express and number of other newspaper.
Okay.
You see, now we are identifying the agencies are working, and every single person who has done something which is against the law, or they've been indulging activities which cannot qualify to be called bona fide activity, action will be taken against them. They will be taken to task.
Can I just say one statement?
The law permits.
Last time we were doing a story.
We live in a country.
Last time we were breaking this big story of a senior officer in the enforcement directorate.
Nothing seems to have happened so far.
Against whom there was a probe which was being considered, which was being offered by the Supreme Court to the government. The enforcement directorate was also very quick to say that there was no need for any probe. I just wanted to look at the statement which was made by Subramaniam Swamy and then come back to all the panelists to figure out exactly what should be made of government's crackdown on corruption. You're saying that he's due for a promotion. That promotion is due to him. I want to know, has that promotion been given to him, sir?
8 months that Hasmukh Adhia has been sitting on it when everybody else has cleared it.
Right.
This is the whole problem.
So my question is just that.
The issue is
my question is just that.
He is an outstanding
Go ahead. My question is exactly that.
Ask Mr. Adhia. Why did he take gold? Why did he take gold biscuits from Nirav Modi?
You are in the BJP, sir. I mean, you're a Rajya Sabha MP of the BJP, so you would know better than me.
I am in government and I know what is going on. Mr. Chidambaram is being protected by a cartel cutting across parties. And this is the last attempt of theirs.
Mr. Taneja, on one hand, there is money, cash in Swiss accounts, then your own party MP who's raising question marks. How should I be reading the situation then, Mr. Taneja?
No, the question, Mr. Subramanian Swamy, he speaks for himself. Ask him those questions,
Okay.
As far as I can answer questions on behalf of the government and the Bharatiya Janata Party. You know it very well. Every day is a new thing to say, but he speaks for himself.
He speaks for himself. Pranavja, Subramanian Swamy speaks for himself.
Sorry, the enforcement director officer has raised questions against Mr. Adhia.
3,200 crores in cash.
You wanted to credit the government.
And what is it?
What is happening in the revenue department?
And what is being suggested by an ED officer?
I'll just take 30 seconds to make my point. Is that you're saying that I would have given credit to the government if similar amount of deposits were in the Indian banks as well. But what is happening, contrarily, 80,000 crore rupees goes away. Deposits have come, I'm told, I vaguely remember that 43% of the people who used to deposit their money in savings accounts have gone. So I'm wondering who has this money? Where is this cash being deposited from?
Who has this money?
The crony capitalist friends.
Are those is it just that? Because our editor, Sanjay Suri also had an important point to make, that sometimes this money moves. This money changes. Maybe Indians are moving abroad. Maybe Indians want to settle abroad, so they're taking this money with them.
As we face a perfect crash of the system, Mr. Taneja's only defensive system is working. But when you do not know who the latest finance minister is, when Dr. Subramanian Swamy poses himself almost as a finance minister,
devaluing rupee is very bad for this
questions the finance secretary, he questions the finance department, Mr. Adhia is getting questioned. Who is running the show in finance about the system that Mr. Taneja talks about? Who is that? Who's running that system? It seems like a circus right now.
Maybe the government is aware of all these challenges which are being spoken about by the opposition parties. So we're talking about 2019. Yes, there are question marks today which are being raised in the context of this Swiss bank report which has come out. How is the BJP, how is Modi Sarkar actually preparing itself to challenge all the naysayers? They're already looking towards greener pastures in India. They're looking towards states where they believe that they can get more seats in comparison to where they were in 2014. They're also trying to ensure that a template can be set so that states like Uttar Pradesh, where the BJP swept with 71 seats on its own, how can they create a template so they can regain those seats? Let's just try and make some sense of the Bharatiya Janata Party's moves which are being made very, very cleverly as we move towards 2019. That's a buzzword. What's looking like an impossible scenario today may very well end up being a possible scenario tomorrow. 6 months back, if I had asked you, can Mamata Banerjee ever team up with the Congress party? The answer would have been perhaps no. 6 months back, if I would have asked you that can Mayawati and Akhilesh Yadav would have ever teamed up, the answer would have been a straightforward no. But look at where we are. Let's play the story of two states. Because frankly, as we move towards 2019, a lot of time will be spent in UP and in West Bengal. So the Prime Minister was there in Uttar Pradesh. Look at the story for the BJP in 2014, 71 Lok Sabha seats, 42% vote share. In Bengal, BJP got 2 seats for the first time, almost 17% vote share. How was this story unfolding when it comes to the assembly elections in both these states? 2017, historic victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party, third biggest victory ever achieved by a political party in India in the history of independent India. Almost 40% vote share, 312 seats. The BJP's vote share dropping down in comparison to the Lok Sabha elections, but still at a handsome 11%. Now Amit Shah and Narendra Modi have a different strategy. By polls, the BJP has been on a losing spree, as we've been seeing, both certainly in the state of Uttar Pradesh. What the BJP is now contemplating, in order to ensure that they don't lose any more by polls in the state of UP, they are thinking in terms of dropping almost half, if not half, a major chunk of the 71 MPs. In West Bengal, Amit Shah has already given this slogan of Mission 22. Mission 22 in West Bengal, dropping almost 50% MPs in Uttar Pradesh. Will this strategy end up creating a new template for the BJP as we move towards 2019? Just take a good hard look at what Narendra Modi and Amit Shah themselves say about the strategy which seems to be in work right now.
बाबा साहब ने हमें देश का संविधान दिया, एक नागरिक के तौर पर सभी को बराबरी का अधिकार दिया। दुर्भाग्य से आज इन महापुरुषों के नाम पर राजनीतिक स्वार्थ की एक ऐसी धारा खड़ा करने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है जो समाज को तोड़ने का प्रयास कर रही है। कबीर कहते थे, अपने भीतर झांको तो सत्य मिलेगा, पर इन्होंने कबीर को कभी गंभीरता से पढ़ा ही नहीं। उन लोगों का मन लगा हुआ है अपने आलीशान बंगले से।
देश में जब लोकसभा का आम चुनाव नजदीक आ चुका है, तो अब बीजेपी व प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार को हमारे संत कबीर की याद आ रही है। जो उनकी ये वोट बैंक की स्वार्थी राजनीति नहीं है तो क्या है। पूर्वांचल क्षेत्र में विकास की प्यासी व भूखी करोड़ों गरीब जनता से किए गए उन बड़े बड़े लोक लुभावन वायदों व उनके अच्छे दिन लाने के उन हसीन सपनों का क्या हुआ, जो खासकर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी द्वारा पिछले लोकसभा चुनाव के समय में किए गए।
आपातकाल लगाने वाले और उस समय आपातकाल को विरोध करने वाले आज कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर कुर्सी झपटने की फिराक में घूम रहे हैं। गरीबों, दलितों, पिछड़े, वंचित, शोषित, उनको धोखा देकर अपने लिए करोड़ों के बंगले बनाने वाले।
मैं मां तारा के पास प्रार्थना कर आया हूं कि मां हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं को इतनी शक्ति जरूर देना, ये हिंसा करने वाली ममता बनर्जी सरकार को हम उखाड़ कर फेंक सके। तो मैं आज पुरुलिया के मंच पर से चैलेंज देकर जाता हूं कि हमारे कार्यकर्ता का लहू रंग लाएगा, आपकी सरकार अब लंबे समय नहीं चल सकती। जो 3,59,000 करोड़ रुपया, 3,60,000 करोड़ रुपया नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बंगाल के विकास के लिए भेजा, पुरुलिया के विकास के लिए भेजा, वो 3,60,000 करोड़ रुपया कहां?
So let's raise the next big blunt question on the program tonight. Is it possible for the Bharatiya Janata Party to actually retain the citadel of Uttar Pradesh 5 years after scoring such an emphatic victory at Lok Sabha elections? And can it gain Can it gain in Mamta land? Is it possible for the BJP really to score seats in West Bengal? Let's put that question straight away to Ranjan Bhattacharya first. Ranjanji, what's the possibility of the BJP? Just look at the statement being made by Amit Shah. Convinced that Mamta Banerjee will not be able to form the next government. The narrative at one place, the political realities on the other. Is it possible? Is the BJP a real threat for Mamta in Bengal?
I don't think time is mature for the president of BJP is to give a call like this, nor the statement which he has made in his speech today in the meeting is very relevant in terms of Amitji is trying. He has tried his best earlier in various other states. Bengal is not like other states.
Bengal is not like other states.
Absolutely not.
Bengal is a violent state.
Taneja
will say that Bengal is a violent state. You indulge in political violence. You indulge in political thuggery. You don't allow other political parties to exist.
Please try and understand what I am trying to tell you. Bengal is a place where you will have to do politics. You will have to give people assurances, promises, not vague. You will have to stand by them and deliver. Here you are not in a position to do something.
But you know what is
and
a worry to me, Pranav Jha and Ghanshyam Tiwari is this: that you look at what the BJP is doing. There is, I can see you, Taneja ji, I'm coming to you in a moment. There is Prime Minister who's forever on a campaigning spree in Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra. There is the BJP President who's also forever on a campaigning spree. And look at your leadership. Rahul Gandhi is in London. Akhilesh Yadav is abroad. Now, don't you think that just a few months to go for Lok Sabha elections with the kind of machinery that the BJP is blessed with, you should be on the ground? Don't you think that you're already conceding space, Pranav Jha? In light of this kind of campaigning, which is forever, it's 24/7 campaigning.
I am really surprised, Bhupen, the aggression with which you put this question.
Why?
As if I'm in the government, we are in the government,
but
and
you
we
are
supposed to govern.
Congress party, therefore I'm asking you.
For heaven's sake, people are waiting for this government to act. The opposition is doing its job. It's asking. It's asking government to act.
It's tweeting. It's tweeting.
No,
it's asking.
It's asking. And it started to show in the fourth year. You see, the eyes have started to melt. You just saw the results of Lok Sabha. Our people are on the ground. Workers are working. We are creating a network.
But the leadership. The problem is that the BJP has created a template.
No. The politics of this country
was. Agree with it or disagree with it? It's around Narendra Modi.
This is.
Now you don't have a leader.
This is the politics. This is the kind of politics BJP propagates. The presidential form of government. Why should you go after one leader that you should be all over the country and campaign? He'll do when it's required.
So you accuse Ghanshyam Tiwari's party of being this bungalow party.
Bhupen.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
It's a bungalow party. I mean, I'm not accusing, it's a fact. You see, the West Bengal, we know that West Bengal TMC is only about one individual, just one individual. It's not about an organization. What we are talking about is a new Bengal, mainstream West Bengal, transform Bengal, you know, economically, socially,
also,
and at the same time the heritage that they have. Listen to me.
We're listening. How much are you supposed to talk empty talks?
Now this is so what, and at the same time we are fighting with a political party which believes in extreme violence. They have killed dozens and dozens of our workers already.
This is what you know,
and we know that they are going to actually make life difficult for other workers too. But the point is, if there is one political party which understands the culture of TMC and of violence, that's us.
Ajay,
no.
Ajay,
you are violent. We don't believe in violence.
Taneja ji, I will take 1 minute. I will take 1 minute from you.
Any possibility of the BJP
1 minute I will take from you.
You see, and the result is we're going to win more than 22 seats in West Bengal.
See, look at what Taneja ji is saying, Ajay Bose. Mission 22, Amit Shah's clarion call. Taneja ji saying we will win more than 22 seats. Is there a real possibility, Ajay?
I have got to tell you one point, that a political party which is ruling the country today is going to a state like West Bengal, where they have already half of the seat they are giving.
But I'd like to know.
They want to stick to 122.
I just want Ajay to tell
what I am trying to tell you is.
But you are saying stick to 20. Let Ajay come in.
You have already declared you have lost.
Yeah, Ajay, go ahead. Mission 22. Mission 22 by the BJP, Ajay.
Bhupen, you know the problem with the BJP and problem with the Prime Minister and problem with Mr. Amit Shah is campaigning too much. You are talking about the Prime Minister in campaign mode. I think the people of the country want the government to work, not campaign.
Exactly.
The Prime Minister to work, not make speeches. Mr. Amit Shah may have his rosy dreams about getting 22, getting 30, getting 40 seats in West Bengal.
Point by point, let us discuss
the
work.
political realities
start with A,
are completely different.
C, what do you want to discuss? Aviation, you want to discuss infrastructure, you want to discuss agriculture. Let us discuss work.
About
let us discuss work.
Looking at the amount of work the government has done.
Let us discuss work point by point. Point sector by sector.
Prime Minister has been doing.
Let us discuss work.
They will look at the work, not the campaign.
But
you're not ready to discuss work.
Please try and understand that you can campaign for however much you like. People will look at the work you
But maybe when he's campaigning, he's talking about his work.
No, he did not talk about work. In Maghar, he did not talk about his work.
Let us
see, the thing is, this government, we as a sector or
if they've done the work, they will get the work.
has been reduced to campaigning all through.
Never before
did he not
so much
campaign
development
before Kerala election? What happened in Kerala? Prime Minister campaigned few hours
Never before so many people got a bank account.
He did
Never
a
before so much of road has been built.
Never
before so many people had access to LPG cylinder. Never before people had access to health insurance.
When he accuses TMC of being a one-person party, the entire BJP has today become a two-person party. Mr. Amit Shah and Prime Minister Modi.
Because you are one party. The Banglo party is one-person party. The Banglo party is also one-person party.
Who likes Narendra Modi, who likes Vijay Mallya, who likes Mehul Chokshi. You are the party who allows India to drop in
Banglo party is a family proprietorship.
You are the party who allows India drop in hunger index to press freedom.
You are right.
You are the party who is
because the Banglo party is a one-family party.
I have a point to make, Bhupenji.
Now you come to
with regard to one point I like to say.
The topic.
As a responsible leader of a political party of Bharatiya Janata Party, the president of the BJP party has gone to Bengal for a campaign.
So what's wrong with that?
Please allow me. What I thought that he will talk about more development. He will compare with the state government and the central government with regard to the development and the fund which is spent to Bengal or spent to Bengal for development will be the issue.
You are
now whether the people will accept it or not, it will be proved in the election result.
Can I tell you one thing? The Finance Minister of West Bengal,
you are rather against development.
On epicenter in a short while from now,
you are anti-development.
He's accusing the BJP.
You remember the Tata Nano project?
He's accusing the BJP and Narendra Modi.
You are anti-development. You don't want West Bengal to be developed.
So while you say that you want a discourse and you want a debate on development, point is that you are the ones. You are the ones who are trying to push the BJP into a corner and make them look like as if they were some kind of devils.
No.
When you say that I want a debate on development work, actually you're not looking for a debate on development work. You're also looking for an emotive issue as maybe the BJP.
I beg to differ with you because...
I'm not saying this. Amit Mitra has said this. He said this clearly.
I'm telling you one more point. When Amit Shah went to Purulia, he quoted a figure that 3,60,000 crore rupees central government has given to state. And he was asking that in what account the government of West Bengal have spent that money. Now my question is to him, these figures, nobody knows. Nobody knows which figure is correct, which figure is wrong.
So that's what mere campaigning is all about.
If I take with all due respect to Amit Shah,
there is no development in West Bengal. There is no economic development. It's the most backward state in the country. Economy is in mess. No investor wants to go to West Bengal. No investor wants to go there.
No investor wants to come to India.
Who says you that?
No one wants to come to India, sir.
That's wrong figure.
That's reflective of the rate of the rupee.
India is attracting the maximum FDI in the country. You can't see it. FDI. India is the hottest FDI destination in the world.
Why
you know nothing about it, sir? You know nothing.
Why the rupee is in such a sad state?
India is the hottest FDI destination. Read newspapers. Start reading newspapers.
Why the rupee is in such a sad state?
Indian papers, read wherever the paper. You don't trust.
Which newspaper newspaper is telling you that rupee has rupees rising. You tell me which newspaper is telling you that the non-capital formation is rising, private investment is rising, or banks are doing well. You tell me one newspaper who's talking about improvement in rupee, banks,
sector by sector.
Economy.
I'm ready to discuss sector by sector. You don't want to discuss.
Gentlemen, let's speak one by one. Gentlemen, let's speak one by one. Ajay, can I just put it this way? Final question to you. Is this road to 2019, who will sit on Delhi ki gaddi, is it largely going to be determined on whether the BJP holds on to Uttar Pradesh? And if it were to lose seats, is it possible to make any gains in West Bengal? How do you look at these two questions, Ajay?
Listen, at the moment, the BJP has had a very creditable showing in West Bengal because it has moved into number 2 position. There is no question about that. I think you have to be fair, you have to give the BJP its due. It has moved into number 2 position.
Okay.
Unfortunately for the BJP, in the short run, it is a very poor second. At the moment, Mamata is well ahead of everybody else. So, you know, at the moment, this BJP gains in West Bengal may not really show up electorally.
And in
as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, I think it is becoming increasingly clear that if the BSP and the Samajwadi Party get together, this is a formidable combination.
The question is that the BSP and the SP need to stay together.
To get the kind of numbers.
What is common between the Bungalow Party
so this is not rocket science.
BSP? No, but tell me what is common between the Bungalow Party and BSP?
What's the possibility? And I want to ask both of you, since you have been in alliance
with hard politics. I mean,
is the BSP really going to hold on to Ghanshyam Tiwari's party?
Why not?
Why not? Ghanshyam Tiwari, are you absolutely
and they are committed to each other.
Are you absolutely certain?
BSP went together in Kairana, Phulpur, Gorakhpur,
including
and
RLD.
we are talking about alliance at a national level.
And you can put your hand on your heart today and you can say that you're absolutely confident that Mayawati will stay with you till 2019.
I'm absolutely confident. More than that, it is in Bihar that Nitish Kumar is going to run away from BJP. In Kashmir, the alliance is already broken. NDA is becoming a self-destructing machine day by day.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Yes. See, the real problem is what you said, what you ended your last statement saying that the government is aware of its challenges, but it doesn't want to solve those challenges.
It doesn't want to solve those challenges.
It is only interested in dividing, making community and classes
maybe
fight.
The government is aware of what its real strong point is, and its real strong point remains Narendra Modi, remains Amit Shah, maybe the opposition's, and maybe the opposition's weak point remains the opposition's leadership. Maybe as we move towards 2019, maybe as we move towards 2019, that is what is going to be
support of the people, love of the people for BJP.
Distinctive factor between the government and the opposition, Prime Minister Modi. Look at it either ways. Truth is, it's one man versus the rest. It's Narendra Modi versus the rest. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this power-packed edition of Viewpoint tonight. I think we got some clear-cut perspective, clear-cut idea of what really is happening. The churning within alliances, the strategy being adopted by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Each day, a closer look on the strategies being adopted by various parties. Let's go to a short break. On the other side, who should be described as the big villain of the piece? Should we not be describing Amit Mitra, West Bengal finance minister, who's going to be up ahead, as a real ridiculous of the show, real ridiculous of the day, for describing the party which is in part as a terrorist organization? Why would the finance minister of a state think in terms of doing that? Answers on the other side.